If you hit someone in the back of the head hard enough, you can pop their eyeballs right out of their face. Or at least that's what I read somewhere. And that's what I'm thinking as I shuffle my tarot deck, glaring at the sketchy-looking asshole 30 feet away as he pours alcohol from a flask into his soda and takes a long gulp. He wipes away the excess from his chin with the sleeve of his plaid shirt. A burp quickly follows, and then he shoves half his hot dog into his fuck-ugly gob before he takes another swig. I could whack that big ol' egghead so hard his marbles spring right out of their sockets. And the woman sitting across from me, I bet she wouldn't mind one bit. I tamp down a dark grin and hope to fuck she hasn't noticed the devious glint in my expression. But even despite the murdery vibes I'm probably giving off, and the distractions of Silveria Circus beyond the open door of my tarot tent, her attention seems stuck on the cards, all her concentration glued to them as I shuffle. There's no light at all in her eyes, one of them rimmed with a fading black bruise. Blood surges in my veins as I force my gaze not to creep back to the man, her man. When her attention finally lifts from the repetitive motion of my hands and she starts twisting in her seat to catch sight of him, I abruptly stop shuffling to slap the deck down on the table. She startles more than seems normal, just like I thought she would. Just like I hoped she wouldn't. Sorry, I say, and I mean it. She looks at me with fear in her eyes. Real fear. But she gives me a weak smile. What's your name? Lucy. All right, Lucy. So I won't ask you what your question is, but I want you to keep it in mind. Lucy nods. I turn over the first card. I already know what it will be. Its edges are worn with use and the image has faded with time. Ace of Cups, I say, as I lay the card on the table and push it closer to her. She looks from the image to me, a question in her crinkled brow. It represents following your inner voice. What does it tell you? What do you want? There's only one thing I hope she'll say. To take flight. But she doesn't say it. I don't know, she says, her voice barely more than a whisper. Disappointment lodges itself like a thorn beneath my skin as she twists her fingers on the table, her simple gold wedding band scratched and dull. Matt wants to buy another plot of land to farm next year, but I want to put some money away for the kids. Maybe it'd be nice to get out of Nebraska for a week, take the kids to see my mom and not be fretting about the price of gas. Is that the kind of thing you mean? Maybe. I shrug and pick up the deck, giving it another shuffle. This time I won't guide the Ace of Cups to the top of the pile. I'll let it tell her whatever she needs to hear. What's important is what it means to you. Let's restart, and you keep that in mind. I do Lucy's reading. 7 of Cups, Page of Cups, 2 of Wands. Signals of change, that choices for her future are there if she's ready to have faith and embrace them. I'm not even sure if she's open to receiving a message from my cards. I've barely finished the reading when her 3 kids pile into the tent, 2 girls and a boy, their faces sticky and stained with candy. They talk over one another, each wanting to be the first to tell her about the rides or the games or the upcoming performances. They have clowns, Mama. Mama, did you see the fire breather? I saw a game where you can win a stuffy, Mama. Come see. Mama, Mama, Mama.
Kids.
A gruff voice interrupts at the entrance of my tarot tent. Their thin bodies go still and rigid at his sharp tone. Lucy's eyes widen across from me. She doesn't let her gaze linger, but I still see it. The dull smear of chronic terror in her eyes. The way it deadens her expression before she turns away. I look up to the man in my doorway, his spiked soda gripped in one hand, a fistful of ride tickets in the other.
Go on, take 'em. Meet your ma at the big top in an hour for the show.
The oldest child, the boy, reaches for the tickets and grasps them to his chest, as though they could be torn from him just as easily as they were given.
Thank you, Papa.